A very good afternoon to you all and welcome from me, Edward Rukidi Kijanangoma, to Lunchtime News here on UBC TV. Now, the Parliamentary Committee on Rules of Privileges and Discipline sat earlier yesterday to hear Zake's side in allegations that he acted in a manner that puts the image of Parliament in disrepute when he violently confronted Makerere University Vice-Chancellor Professor Barnabas Nawangwe while appearing before the Parliamentary Committee on Education and Sports last month. Now, Zake was the Member of Parliament for Mityana Municipality, pleaded that he had inadequate time to listen to a 6-hour recording he was given by the committee. He also asked for 2 weeks to internalize the complaints against him before tabling his defense.
You say that the Vice-Chancellor appears to be uneducated because he cannot answer basic questions put to him.
I want to remain silent till and when I'm given enough time so that I can look at the evidence. I don't have the evidence.
Are you the one to demand the proof of that? It's the committee to prove to you. No.
The proceedings of the Disciplinary Committee of Parliament probing allegations of misconduct against Mityana Municipality MP Francis Zake stalled after the legislature demanded for a transcribed copy of evidence against him. The Parliamentary Committee of Rules, Privileges and Discipline Monday sat to hear Zake's side in allegations that he acted in a manner that puts the image of Parliament in dispute when he violently confronted Makerere University Vice-Chancellor Professor Barnabas Nawangwe while appearing before the Parliamentary Committee of Education and Sports last month.
You should watch out and work it out. Not
the evidence against him, to not continue just arguing, would be to narrow the scope of this entire investigation and say with these matters, I think this one I concede.
Clear is one thing. That I only need time because I'm not going to give evidence on myself. It's not true. And
this is not a criminal. This is not a
substantive.
Just a moment. This is not a criminal.
Evidence and affidavit.
This is not a criminal proceeding. This is not a criminal proceeding. You are citing procedures, rights, and all these, which, in my opinion, are more relevant where this a criminal, rather than just a hearing of a committee of parliament. So I think as you insist on these rights, you should know that the level of protection that you get in a civil proceeding is not the same as that you get in a criminal proceeding. This is just a hearing of a committee.
Do you have any other specific evidence that you need other than that?
I need to look at the evidence so that I can be able to substantiate.
Which evidence do you want?
I need the evidence written. I need to read the written evidence. Very simple, Mr. Chair.
Okay.
Despite having been furnished with an audio recording of the committee proceedings in which Professor Nawangwe pinned him on disrespect and slander, Zake demanded for a transcribed copy of all evidence the committee received, saying he cannot respond before a transcribed copy is adduced.
Honorable Zake, we expected you to give us information. Then from that information is when we would now say, this is what really happened. You are not appearing here like you are being accused. Yes, the complainant made a complaint. He made his own submissions to the committee. Other witnesses made their submissions. And we had expected now to hear from you.
Honorable Zake may want time. Maybe the communication he reads or you send to him might be in a language which he may not interpret well.
A seemingly confident Zake pleaded that he didn't have time to listen to a 6-hour recording he was given by the committee and asked for 2 weeks to internalize the complaints against him before tabling his defense.
Rights are not absolute. They have to be reasonable. In this instance, it is unreasonable. That is what I have ruled. They have to be reasonable. This is very unreasonable.
Efforts by the committee chair and several committee members to have Zake at least to give an account of what transpired between him and Professor Nawangwe hit a snag, with Zake insisting that he cannot give evidence against himself since he has not listened to what his accusers said. The plea, however, was denied, but the chairperson and Zake was given 2 days to listen to the recordings and revert to the committee to defend himself on allegations of misconduct, acting in a manner that was unbecoming of a person of the Member of Parliament. In his letter to Parliament, Professor Nawange stated that on the fateful day, he felt that the treatment he received from Zake was beyond of any human being can expect from another, leave alone a Member of Parliament. Report by Gloria Gutabinji for UBC.
Meanwhile, High Court in Kampala has dismissed an interim application seeking to include Ugandans in the diaspora and prisoners in the voting process. The Deputy Registrar of the Civil Division of High Court, Sarah Langa, dismissed the application on grounds that the applicant, Stephen Kalali, sought to use the application as a shortcut to seek justice for his delayed suit pending a judgment, which is illegal. Let's get more in this report.
Last week, the applicant Stephen Kalali, through his lawyers, ran to civil court seeking for a temporary injunction against the Electoral Commission and government for excluding prisoners and Ugandans in the diaspora from participating on the ongoing update of voters register. Monday, the court registrar Sarah Ranga, after reviewing all the submissions from both sides, argued that there is no way court can extend the ongoing registration process to allow prisoners and Ugandans in the diaspora participate in updating their voters register details, yet they have never participated in the same process before. The registrar adds that Stephen Kalali wanted to use the interim application to preempt the main suit seeking similar orders, which is before Justice Lydia Mugambe. Mr. Kalali, however, was not happy with the decision and promised to appeal against it.
I didn't expect that verdict if she was to follow the arguments we made, because clearly speaking, we have two categories of individuals. One, we have prisoners that are not yet in the register. And then we have those inmates that were registered and have been arrested either a week back or 3 weeks back. And these people, you cannot just curtail their right. So really, I think we need judicial activism for some of these judicial officers to always stand strong and decide cases on merit rather than demerits.
The main suit in question, whose judgment will be delivered on 13th March 2020, is before Justice Lydia Mugambe. Last week, the Electoral Commission chairperson, Justice Simon Byabakama, extended the registration exercise to 16th December 2019, having found that many eligible voters have not participated in the exercise. However, the exercise has once again been extended to 23rd December 2019. Meanwhile, Christopher Ine, former bodyguard to ex-premier Amama Mbabazi, has changed his plea of guilty to not guilty in a case where he has previously accepted having obstructed police officers. This came after State Prosecution Maria Njuchi presented facts before Buganda Road Court Grade 1 Magistrate Stella Mabilisi, which prompted Aine to change his plea. Aine and other co-accused have been sent to Rizla prison until 30th December 2019, where their lawyer John Paul Lubangumia is expected to apply for their bail. Aine was last week arraigned before Buganda Road Court, together with 5 others, on charges of obstructing police officers, but he, together with the one Daniel Biansi, pleaded guilty to the charges. The others, including Kenny Selunjoji, Tony Segawa and Samuel Lugemwa, pleaded not guilty to the said offences. According to the facts presented before court, Aine and Biansi broke police officers who were manning traffic along Kampala Road on 27th December 2019. Meanwhile, Aine faces extra charges of assault, malicious damage to property, and unlawfully going armed in public. Prosecution alleges that on 27th November 2019, Aine reportedly damaged the shirt of a police constable, Peter Yeturu, a property of Uganda Police. I'm Namamonde Deborah, UBC.
Still in the courtroom, the General Courtmartial in Makindi yesterday sentenced to death for murder and aggravated robbery convicts who were involved in the Mutu hardware robbery in Masaka district. Other convicts, including Mudaderu Tumwesije and Jedevazio Kankaka, have each been sentenced to 45 years in jail since their participation in the said offences differs.
Those sentenced to death by court-martial presided over by Lieutenant General Andrew Gotti include retired Corporal Paul Chiwanuka, Stephen Kayemba, Waligo John Bosco, and Twahel Julius Alais Rutwiji. Court thus handed them the respective sentences ranging from 45 years to death because of the various roles played in the murder and robbery of 435 million shillings.
The sentence of death is appropriate for A1, A2, A3, and A4. A sentence of 45 years imprisonment is appropriate for A5, Kankaka, Goribazio. The sentence of 45 years imprisonment is appropriate for A6, Tumesije, Matidiru.
However, convict Mudashir Tumwesije has been sentenced to 43 years in jail, whereas Gervasio Kankana has been slapped a 45-year prison sentence. The same court has deducted the period the convicts spent on remand. General Gotti adds that the degree of participation of convicts in the murder of innocent people, including Shafik Chigundu, a casual laborer, and Moses Musinguzi, a guard who was manning security at Motor Hardware on 1st July 2019, differs. The defense lawyers were not happy with the defense sentence, arguing that it should be given in the rarest of rare incidents.
First-time offenders tebazanga ko musango guno gusose, so ekyo kooti yandikitadde into their mitigation ne bagamba nti really omuntu gwe mulundi ogusose okuzza omusango a death sentence mu such situation eba teyetaagisa at least life imprisonment nay not death. So, instructions.
The General Court-Martial has also ordered that 40 million shillings, 2 motorcycles, 88 iron sheets, and a Toyota Premier registration number UBA50E be handed over to Moses Kalisa, the owner of Motor Hardware, because they were proceeds of crime.
This court orders that 40 million shillings recovered from Yogirias, 10 million shillings recovered from Kiza, Kenya, a new Toyota Prono that was bought from the process of the robbery, 1 motorcycle registration number UAQ 469N plus 85 pieces of iron sheets be handed over to the victim of the robbery, Kalisa Moses.
The convicts were last week found guilty on 2 counts of murder and aggravated robbery, basing on prosecution evidence from 13 witnesses and the CCTV footage got from the crime scene. Recently, President Museveni hinted on reverting to the death sentence with a view that it will teach a lesson to those who participate in committing criminal offences like murder. The Supreme Court in 2011 held that anyone facing death sentence and spent more than 2 years without being executed, his sentence should be reduced imprisonment. Shaidat Nasaku, UBC.
Now, most of you who use our city roads, you might have come across one major inconvenience, and that is the potholes. Now, these potholes are a menace not only to you, motorists, but also other road users like pedestrians. Now, our team was on ground to find out why this has happened over time, and nothing is actually being done about it. Ivan Kawa reports.
Kampala City holds a number of social services, including markets, ministries, courts, arcades, passenger vehicle parks, and many such others. Accessing these places, however, requires there to be a transport network. On a tour within the city, UBC TV witnessed motor vehicles and motorists maneuvering through potholed roads to get to their destinations. Some roads are characterized by small, wide and deep holes that, if not worked on, keep on expanding and become an inconvenience to the road users.
Most of them but basasira bantu baki ba boda boda ye oluveri mu kinyecho akuba mu bukubi mazigulu ne gabayikira
tunakola ki ovuga empola mpaka ddyo nonya sente za mukamaawo ononya emitwalo 10 bw'onodda ku binnyo n'okola otya olina kugenda bugenzi.
A number of roads give way in terms of potholes. So what we have done is to ensure that our drainage team, our maintenance teams, we call them gangs. The road gangs increase on the time they are working. So we're working for 12 hours a day. But now we have rolled that over to 24 hours to ensure that we can try and manage the huge challenge at hand.
Road users argue that many roads in the city centre are consistently breaking down due to shoddy works done by contractors.
Enguudo bazikola bubi. Kolas tebateekako amala. Mutindo gwa kolas si mulungi ne zibomogoka mangu.
We have put a lot of focus on the quality of work that is being done, especially by our contractors, that we should not receive any shoddy works on any roads, and there are some that we have already blacklisted and they're not working with us anymore.
Mr. Kauj says that these roads have outlived their lifespan, and even when renovated, they get damaged in a short time.
They're very old roads, and so if the budget was available, we would have done a complete overhaul. But because of so many other priorities, we have to work with what we have. So that's why we do some maintenance. But also we have a lot of works coming on for a number of roads. We're going to reconstruct a number of roads in addition to the current ones that we are working on.
These potholes have left many road users puzzled as they encounter their daily business operations.
Empagi zikutuka sekabuzo za pichi nazo zoba zooneka muli nongendinga ponga olupanka lukyamye genze kukola kikugoloza.
The presence of this situation, where every road user has to find own ways to dodge these potholes, might be one of the reasons why traffic jam is a daily occurrence. This has led to motorists breaking traffic laws just to find a somehow better path to their various destinations. Mutanyi Hilda and Ivan Kahwa for UBC.
Thanks, Hilda and Kawa, for that story. But one should know that this menace goes beyond Kampala city roads. Also, Wakiso district and other towns are actually having that problem, and the leaders there, you must do something about it. We're going to take a short break. News now will follow later.
Introducing Airtel Broadband. Enjoy high-quality home video streaming and seamless connectivity. You can also connect up to 32 people for your business at only 280,000 shillings with 51 GB free, valid for a month. And installation at no charge. Use Airtel Money today to buy any of our customized broadband bundles. For product inquiries, give us a call on 1004 Airtel and 0800 327327. Accessible from all other networks. Dial *185# and activate today. Airtel, the smartphone network.
Hello, Uganda!
We introduce to you the first and ever My Right to Play Christmas Kids Festival 2019. Let the kids feel the Christmas Eve on the 21st of December at the Legend Sports Ground in Lugogo. Entrance is 10,000 shillings only and parents free. Bring your child and have an opportunity to play, sing, dance and discover their talents. Mujje tuyingira amazaalibwa nga bato basanyusa bato bannaabwe. Mulete abaana bammwe banyumirwe, banywe, bazanye. Kino kigenda kubeera kijjabe. Proudly sponsored by Legend Sports Ground, UBC TV, Star TV, U24 TV, Star FM, Magic 100 FM, UBC Butebo, Marketing, UMC Victoria Hospital, and Ideas Workshop. Bw'oba oyagala omwana wo okuyimba, kuba ku ssimu eno.
She had was a smile through the raging tides in the stormy wind, and the sounds of war like a sound she'll learn
Back from that short break, and this is Lunchtime News here on UBC TV. My name is Edward Rukidi Kijanangoma. Let's talk business now, and we begin in the skies, where Uganda Airlines has launched commercial operations to the island of Zanzibar in Tanzania, bringing the number of destinations applied by the airline, which kick-started commercial operations in August this year, to 8. Now, flight UR302 was received at Abed Amani Karume International Airport with traditional honors. Take a watch.
This is the 8th destination that we have launched since we started 3 months ago. We have many more destinations to connect. I think Johannesburg is one, Harare, Lusaka, Addis. We have the Eastern DRC, which is Lubumbashi and Goma. We have Kinshasa to connect. We have Khartoum in the north. So there are many more. In the beginning, we are still finding our foot in the market with a lot of system issues which we have corrected. And now that we have corrected, we have seen that the loads are quite impressive on most of our routes. And also, as you know, we have gained a reputation as being the airline that has the best service in this region. So we are capitalizing on that and making sure that all our passengers, wherever we go, they can experience this type of operation.
Let's have a look now at what's happening in the world of sports, and we specifically look at the CECAFA Senior Challenge Cup, where Uganda's tactician Jonathan McKinstry is confident his team will make it to the finals of the CECAFA Senior Challenge Cup. Now, Uganda faces Tanzania, while Kenya plays Eritrea this Tuesday at the StarTimes Stadium in Lugogo. Now, the venue for the finals is yet to be confirmed.
I think obviously Tanzania, as with Uganda, are one of the top nations in the region. Their senior team were at the most recent African Cup of Nations, as ourselves. And, so as a footballing nation, they are very competitive. And we know that we have to put on our best performance if we are to be successful tomorrow. If we are below our best, then Tanzania have quality enough players that they can punish us. But, we're focused on putting on our top performance. And if we put a top performance on, then I think we'll be in a good position to go through.
Crane's head coach there ending that report. And that brings us to the end of Lunchtime News this Tuesday, the 17th day of December 2019. My name is Edward Rukidi Kijanangoma. Do not go away. Stay tuned for more programs to come your way.